everyone, and welcome to your Angelic Karma. This is the weekly reading for the sign of Leo. This is for the week of February 6th through 12th. This is a general reading. Be sure to check your moon and rising sign readings also. Okay, Leo, let's see what's going on with you all this week. Leo. Okay. Ten of Swords. Very positive. Something is ending. Let's see here. The King of Swords. Some of you are dealing with the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if this isn't your placement. And they're focused on an ending. The Three of Wands. An ending happening so that something can come in. Six of Cups, dealing with past issues of past people this week. You have the King of Wands and the King of Wands. King of Swords and Queen of Swords here, Leo. The Magician card, someone is definitely manifesting something this week. Here. And they're not only manifesting it, it's coming in this week. Is what this is here. The Two of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. Crazy energy here. And then you have the Seven of Wands. Okay. Now, and I'm not surprised to see the Seven of Wands because we have Mars and Aries. And then Leo, well, you've been on fire sign. If you weren't standing up for what you wanted, you know, you're going to be standing up this week. And if someone else that you're dealing with weren't standing up and voicing what they wanted and sticking their heels in, they're going to be doing it this week. Some of you are dealing with an air sign most definitely here, if this isn't your placement. You know, and this may be the person that you're having to put your foot down with or stand your ground with or let know what you want or whatever it is that you don't want. Some of you can be dealing with the court system or with someone where, because the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, these people are emotionally detached. You know, and then Leo, you being a Leo, that's about passion and action and being passionate in your speech, being passionate in your actions, moving forward. And some of you may be having, if you're in a relationship with this person or they're in a relationship with you, it's like, it's a relationship that can be positive, but it's different because of the elements, especially them coming up too like this. The king and the queen coming up here. Because I will relate these two people as a couple. And as Leo Diesel, this is one of your placements. And as a couple, I guess these will be people, or you and the person you're dealing with, that have a lot in common. Both may not be showing your feelings or emotions. Both may be being objective this week. You know, going by the logic behind the relationship, looking at things logically. Okay, but who would this Seven of Wands person be? The Seven of Wands is action. That's fire energy. That's someone standing up and putting their foot down. Someone saying what they want, what they don't want, what they like, what they don't like, what they need, what they don't need. Someone being expressive in that way, but in a passionate way with the Seven of Wands. Meaning whatever they're saying, they mean it. It's like the warrior spirit with the Seven of Wands. And you may be speaking to someone like this, that's air. Or because you have a magician here, so it can be anybody. You have all the four elements here. Or you may be acting like this, or this may be one of your placements, and they're telling you. Now, something is ending. Someone may be coming back from your past that you ended something with, or someone that is a part of your past or that you have been dealing with, because the Six of Cups can also mean that it's someone that's already in your life. You two have a past together. A phase may be ending in this relationship because someone has decided to stand up, and they maybe have been one somebody that hadn't stood up before. This way, they may be showing that they have a pulse, because this energy is different than this. So this week, someone is standing up and is going to help end something so that something new and positive can come. Because after the ending, you see your ships coming in with the Three of Wands. Maybe someone's standing up and they want somebody to make a decision in someone's case about if they want a relationship or exiting something or someone else out of a relationship so that this relationship can start or end, you know. For me, the Six of Cups is the reunion card. It's like talking to a person that you've been dealing with. They can be from your past or you have a past with them, trying to sort through your problems. Now, if you do that this week, Leo, remember we have Mars and Aries. Things can get out of hand, so you need to go into it with temperance in mind, calmness in mind. Even with the Two of Cups here, I'm feeling that these two people, and Leo, they could be you acting like this, or it could be one of your placements, and then you're dealing with an air sign, you know, or both of you have just not shown emotions towards one another anymore. Some of you are dealing with someone and you've taken the emotions out of the relationship. Here is what I'm getting. Let me see for a second. Because of these two coming up as a couple, and Leo, that could easily be your energy or you and your partner both having, for some reason, maybe because of difficulty in a relationship, having now become, you know, not really showing any emotions toward one another. And there's nothing wrong with this energy, but it's because these two would go well together. They're of the same element, so the energy will be the same. But then you're a Leo unless this is one of your placements. And then even with the Two of Cups, I'm feeling that there's problems in this relationship because like they're at a face-off, a standoff here. And then with the Seven of Wands, someone standing their ground, both of them not wanting to budge, non-emotional, logical, but like clashing is what I'm feeling. Too much alike, but having taken the emotions out of the relationship. That may be what's ending, hopefully. And then you have the Three of Wands, the Magician, having manifested something. Because remember, with the Three of Wands, this person has already put the energy and effort into something. And they're getting it there. And then the Magician is bringing something into being. But you have the Five of Pentacles under it. Coming from a place, you have the Five of Pentacles again, twice. Coming from a place of thinking something was gone and dead, or coming from a place of lack. This can be financial lack or emotional lack. Not that they're not emotional, but right now they're not dealing with, you know, I don't see these two as being showing any emotions. You know, coming from that place there, that could be what's ending. Is something new manifesting. Maybe because they're from your past and you two are maybe talking this week, it may be in a way that's very much emotionless. Maybe getting to the point with one another, standing your ground, letting one another know what you want. And then you have the Five of Pentacles twice here. The Page of Swords. That's being ready for an argument. This one is directed straight to the point. Also, more air sign energy. Communication. Direct communication. Two of Swords, indecision, the Tower. That may be what's going to cause the result of this Five of Pentacles energy. Some type of shake-up this week. And that may be what's something that you're standing your ground on here with the Seven of Wands. But it's going to create a space for something that has already been worked on to come into being. It's going to help something in. It's going to help a phase in, I'm feeling, between two people. Between you, Leo, and someone that you're dealing with. The Page of Cups. Someone from your past coming back with an offer. Or you trying to offer something to someone that you've been dealing with or dealt with in the past. Someone that you have a past with. The High Priestess. That's about secrets. The Ten of Wands. You have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Something definitely ending this week. So that something new can start. And it's going to end with, well, that ending is going to be ushered in with the Tower energy. Some type of shakeup. Here. A decision, because I picked up that someone was making a decision to end something or begin something, sorting something out with someone from your past, that this relationship went dry. Because with me, the Five of Pentacles, this is a feeling of lack, emotionally and financially. It's dryness. And then these two here, not that they're dry, but together it's like, for me, it's like, you know, it's really takes the emotions out of things. Where two people would have been in a relationship and maybe the past was so rocky between them two that now they're acting like this towards one another. And I wouldn't feel that there would be anything wrong with this because there's nothing wrong with these elements, but if you're of this element, you will be counterparts. But if you two are not of these elements, this is the energy. And I feel that because you have the Seven of Wands, but under it, and you had the Five of Pentacles, it's like two people that have had a rocky relationship with one another. A lot of tower-like episodes. You know, a lot of not meeting eye to eye, having that basis and foundation of love there, but not meeting eye to eye, having a lot of face-offs and standoffs and another standoff and indecision and having to wait and a lot of stress and a lot of worry. Someone trying to manifest, something finally coming in this week. You know, but after all of this happening, it's like because of all this stuff that happened, the people are now behaving and coming towards one another and communicating with one another in a very aloof way. Because even with these cards here and these cards, I'm feeling like with the Two of Cups, I'm feeling that they have the love between them, but they're like telling each other, okay, especially with the Seven of Wands, like standing your ground is like, okay, now what? Like both of them saying that, like being like about to go toe to toe with one another, especially with the Seven of Wands here. But it's all to help usher in and bring some type of manifestation into being. Is what this is, Leo. Okay, Leo, that's your reading for the week. I'm going to continue with this reading. The link for those readings are in the description box below this video. Thanks for watching.